Hi everyone, this is Heather Smith with Storyville Photography, and today I'm going to show you how to achieve this edit. This is the before, and this is the after. This is my daughter and her two little snowman friends she named Lily and Luke. So first thing I'm going to do is open these up into Lightroom where I'm at. You could also open this into the Camera Raw filter of Photoshop, and I am going to play the Simplicity preset number 1. And then I'm just going to pull up the shadows to 100%. And now I'm going to open it up into Photoshop. Now that we are in Photoshop, I'm going to make a copy of the background layer, Command J, and I'm going to go up to the Filters, Camera Raw filter, and I'm going to play a Simplicity preset again. I'm going to stick with number 1. You're able to stack these presets as much as you want, or you can just use them one time per image. And then I'm just going to turn down the orange luminance slider a little bit to bring a little color back into her cheeks, and hit play. So that is the before the preset and after. And now I want to tone down her hot pink gloves. They just don't work well in this image, and I'm going to also switch up his coloring on the blue scarf he's got there. So I'm going to hit Command J, again into the Camera Raw filter, and I want to go to the magentas and the reds, and I want to turn the magentas way down, reds way down, oops, not the oranges, reds, and then increase the luminance. And then also I want this portion of her glove, which is like a yellow tone, to kind of brighten up there. And that looks good to me. So then I'm going to add a layer mask, and I'm going to invert it, Command I, soft white brush, 100% opacity, and I'm just going to paint it on the areas that I wanted to tone down. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of pink left in there, and you can always add a little bit more if you'd like. I'm going to keep it at about right there. And for Luke here, I want to change the color of his scarf to like a reddish. So I'm going to hit the blue area. I just took a sample from it and just crank it all the way up to 180. And that's going to turn it into this fun like red, green, yellow tone. And then again, I want to invert the mask, use a soft white brush at 100% opacity, and just paint it on. And if it gets on the snow a little, you can just kind of remove that by using the black layer, or the black brush. And if you're going to print and stuff, I would zoom in and make sure that you don't have it running over like I do right here. Just spend a little bit extra time on your masking and it will really pay off. So before and after. And now I want to run the Ultimate Dodge and Burn. So I'm going to click on that and hit play. And now I'm going to make a copy of the Dodge and Burn combo, which dodges and burns at the same time. Soft white brush at 100% opacity, and I'm first going to come on over here to Lily. I'm going to increase that a little bit. Good. And now I'm going to come over here to Luke. We had so much fun building these snowmen. Okay, and now I just kind of want to dodge little areas over here on Lily and really make them pop. And that looks good to me. Maybe burn the nose and the eyes, darken them up. And that looks about good to me, before and after. I might also burn my daughter's gloves, just a little bit. I'm not going to worry about doing any dodging and burning to the environment because it's not necessary in this image. And now I want to flatten the image. So layer flatten. I'm going to make a copy, Command J. And then I want to use the liquid filter to kind of round out the base of these snow people. So I'm going to use this pressure, the forward warp tool thing, and your settings can vary. You can make adjustments to how you see fit over in the brush tool options. And I'm going to just kind of poof this out a little. And you can spend more time making the adjustments that you need. I'm just doing this really quick for the tutorial purpose. Even him out a little. Okay, and that works for me. Pretty easy, and it makes all the difference before and after. Okay, now I want to flatten that again, layer flatten, and I'm going to run the Painterly action. I just love it. It's going to make it look so dreamy and just give it this paint look. I just love it so much. But I do want to brush it off of her skin, so I'm going to take a soft black brush at like 100% opacity and just kind of dab around. Lower it over here because I want some of it on her hair, but I want her cheek to kind of return to normal. And then I want to just take a little bit off of her snow bibs. She looks so happy, doesn't she? I just love it. Okay, so that's the before and after with that. I want to turn on the color dazzle to really make them pop and brighten. I am going to, again, keep the opacity around 40%. And take some of that off of her skin because it kind of turned her a little orangey. Maybe a little bit off of the gloves and her snow bibs. And that looks good to me. So magical, right? Before and after. And now I'm going to flatten it again. And I'm going to run the smoothing and sharpening action. Now also, if you don't want to use like both steps, you can run just the smoothing or just the sharpening. But in this case, I'm going to run both, but I'm going to keep the smoothing very low. We already kind of smoothed it out with the Simplicity presets and then again with the Painterly. And now I'm going to sharpen. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I want to get rid of the brighten up because the image is already bright enough with all of the snow. And that looks good to me. And we're going to flatten it again, guys. Flatten. Okay. And now I just kind of want to make this bluish, a little more like turquoisey color. And to do that, I'm just going to grab a hue and saturation adjustment layer and click there. And as you can see, they're blue tones. I'm just going to kind of push it off to the left till I like what I see. And that looks good to me. So before and after. And now I want to add a snow overlay. So I am going to just grab snow overlay from the Storyville Snow pack and expand. You can also open it up into Photoshop, copy and paste it if you don't have the drag and drop option. Set it to screen mode, and then I just want to make sure I mask any of it off of my daughter's face there at 100% opacity. And there we go. And that is pretty much done, guys. I'm going to make a copy of the background layer. As you can see, there's some dirt and some grass and stuff that we had rolled in with our snowmen. To clear it up, all you need to do is kind of take the patch tool and drag it and drop in like cleaner areas. I'm not going to spend too much time adjusting this. I did fix it in a couple of these images and then I left them in a couple, so I don't know, it just kind of made it feel more realistic with the pieces of dirt and stuff because that is part of our memory. But yeah. Just to show you in case you don't want that to kind of clear them up, it's very, very easy. And that about does it, guys. So this is our final product, and this is where we started. So before and after. You can find everything I used here at StoryvillePhotography.com. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye, guys.